Hi, I'm Elise. I was unloading groceries from my car when I saw the moving truck pull into the driveway next door. My husband Jake came out to help me with the bags. "New neighbors," he said, nodding toward the truck. "Hope they're quieter than the Johnsons were." "God, I hope so," I said, laughing. "I don't think I can handle another family with a garage band." "At least they finally moved," Jake added. "That drummer had zero sense of time." "Zero sense of rhythm, too," I said, and we both laughed. We carried the groceries inside, and I was putting away the milk when Jake called from the living room window. "Elise, come look at this. The new neighbor just got out of the moving van." I walked over, still holding a box of cereal. Then I froze. "No," I whispered. No, that's not—" "What, do you know her?" My hands started shaking. "That's Monica Reeves. She made my life a living hell in middle school and high school." Jake turned to me, concern flooding his face. "Your bully? The one who—" "Yes," I cut him off. "The one who pushed me down the stairs. The one who spread rumors that I was stealing from the teacher. The one who convinced half the school I was a freak." "Are you serious? What are the odds?" I watched Monica directing the movers, her voice carrying across the yard. She looked almost the same confident posture, same dismissive hand gestures. "I need to call Rebecca," I said, pulling out my phone. My best friend answered on the second ring. "Hey girl, what's up?" "Monica Reeves just moved in next door." Rebecca was silent for a moment. "Monica? Like Monica? The witch who made you switch schools?" "The very same." "Oh my God, Elise, what are you going to do?" "I don't know," I said, watching through the window as Monica laughed at something a mover said. "But I'm not running this time." "Good. You own that house. You have every right to be there." Jake squeezed my shoulder. "Want me to go introduce myself? Get a feel for the situation?" "No," I said firmly. "Let's just avoid her. Maybe she won't even recognize me." But that hope died 3 days later when I was getting my mail. Monica was checking hers at the same time. "Oh my God," she said, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. "Elise Walker? Is that you?" I turned slowly. "It's Elise Chen now. I got married." "How wonderful." She walked over, and I fought the urge to step back. "I can't believe we're neighbors. This is such a small world." "Yeah, small world. We should catch up sometime. I'd love to hear what you've been up to." Every instinct told me to refuse, but I just nodded. "Sure. Maybe." As I walked back to my house, I could feel her eyes on my back. That evening, Rebecca came over with wine. We sat in my kitchen while Jake cooked dinner. "She acted like nothing happened," I told Rebecca, "like she didn't spend 6 years making me miserable." "Of course she did," Rebecca said, shaking her head. "Bullies never think they did anything wrong. Did she apologize?" "Not even close. She wants to catch up." "That's rich," Jake said from the stove. "Catch up on what? How she tormented you?" Rebecca leaned forward. "Do you remember what she did at the spring formal? When she poured punch all over your dress?" "I remember everything," I said quietly. "I remember every single thing she did." "So what's the plan?" Rebecca asked. "Because I know you, and I know you're not just going to let this go." I took a sip of wine. "I'm still figuring that out." But by the next morning, I had an idea. I called Rebecca first. "Remember all those friends from high school? The ones who witnessed what Monica did?" "Yeah? How would they feel about a reunion? At my house this weekend?" Rebecca laughed. "Oh, I like where this is going. Count me in. I'll spread the word." The first reunion happened that Saturday. I invited 15 people from high school, all people who knew exactly who Monica was and what she'd done. "This is amazing," my friend Tom from next door said, carrying speakers onto my back deck. "When's the last time you threw a party?" "Too long," I said, grinning. "Music okay with you?" "Are you kidding? I love a good party. Want me to handle the playlist?" "You're the best." By 2 in the afternoon, my backyard was packed. Music pumped from the speakers, laughter echoed across the fence, and I could see Monica's curtains twitching. Rebecca clinked her glass against mine. She's watching. Good, I said. Let her watch. Around 4, Monica appeared at my front door. I opened it with my brightest smile. Elise, hi, she said, her smile tight. I hate to be that neighbor, but the music is really loud. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're just having a little reunion with some old high school friends. You remember Rebecca, right? Rebecca appeared behind me, glass in hand. Monica, good to see you again. Monica's jaw clenched. The music. We'll keep it down, I said sweetly. But reunions can get pretty loud, you know? Sorry about that. I closed the door before she could respond. That was perfect, Rebecca whispered. The next weekend, I did it again. This time, I invited 20 people. Monday morning, Monica confronted me as I was leaving for work. Elise, we need to talk about these parties. Parties? They're just small gatherings. Small? There were 30 people in your yard yesterday. I adjusted my purse strap. I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm allowed to have friends over. Every single weekend? That's excessive. Is it? I tilted my head. I think it's nice to reconnect with old friends, especially after being isolated for so long in school. You wouldn't understand that though, would you? Her face went red. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing at all. Have a good day, Monica. The third weekend, I went bigger. I rented a karaoke machine. Tom came over early to help set up. Your neighbor came to my door yesterday, he said. Asked me to talk to you about the noise. What did you say? I told her it's only one day a week and the parties end by 9. Technically, you're not breaking any noise ordinances. Thanks, Tom. You're a good friend. Hey, I remember Monica from high school. My sister was in your class. She told me what Monica did to you. By 7 that evening, everyone was singing their hearts out. Jake had his arm around me as we watched our friends perform. She's losing her mind over there, he said, nodding toward Monica's house. I saw her pacing in her window. Good. Elise, Rebecca said, pulling me aside. I just saw Monica taking pictures of your yard. Let her. We're not doing anything illegal. But the following Tuesday, I got a letter from my HOA, complaint about excessive noise and gathering violations. I called an emergency meeting with Rebecca and Jake. She went to the HOA, I said, showing them the letter. She's claiming I'm running illegal events. Can she do that? Jake asked. The HOA president is David Yang. I went to school with him. Let me call him. David answered immediately. Elise, I was hoping you'd call. David, what's this about? Your neighbor filed a formal complaint, but between you and me, she came across really aggressive, started demanding I shut down your business and fine you. Business? That's what she called it. She seems to think you're running some kind of event venue. I explained these are private gatherings on your property, but she wouldn't listen. She even threatened to sue the HOA. She threatened to sue? Yeah, she was pretty intense about it. I had to tell her that wasn't how things work. I smiled. Thanks, David. Anytime. And Elise, Monica also mentioned something about you targeting her. That true? Let's just say Monica and I have history. Say no more. I went to Westfield High too. I remember her. The fourth weekend, Monica finally snapped. I was setting up for another reunion when she stormed into my backyard through the side gate. This ends now, she shouted. Everyone stopped talking. Jake immediately stepped in front of me. Monica, you need to leave, he said firmly. No, I'm sick of this. Every weekend, the noise, the people, you're doing this on purpose. I stepped around Jake. You're on my property. You need to leave. I know what you're doing, she hissed. This is revenge, isn't it? For high school? Rebecca laughed. Oh, now she remembers high school. Stay out of this, Monica snapped at her. No, Rebecca said, walking over. I was there. I saw everything you did to Elise. Tom joined us. So did my sister. She told me you once locked Elise in a janitor's closet for 3 hours. That was a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? I felt my voice rise. You made my life hell for 6 years. You pushed me, humiliated me, spread lies about me. I had to transfer schools because of you. We were kids. It was just teasing. Teasing? My hands were shaking. You told everyone I smelled. You tripped me in the cafeteria. You convinced Mr. Peterson I cheated on that exam and got me suspended. Elise, please. No, I said firmly. You don't get to please me. You don't get to act like we were just kids being kids. You were cruel. Deliberately cruel. Monica's expression shifted from anger to something calculating. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what happened back then. Can't we just move past this? Move past it? You never even apologized until just now. And only because you want me to stop having parties. I mean it. I'm genuinely sorry. I was young and stupid. No, I said. I don't accept your apology. You only care because it's affecting you now. You never cared about what you did to me. That's not fair! Fair? I laughed bitterly. You want to talk about fair? Was it fair when you made me eat lunch in the bathroom because you told everyone not to sit with me? I didn't mean... Yes, you did. You meant every bit of it. Jake stepped forward. I think you should leave. Fine, Monica spat. But this isn't over. You're harassing me. I'll call the police. Go ahead, I said. I'm not doing anything illegal. We'll see about that. She turned to leave, then whirled back around. You know what? You were always pathetic. Still are. Then she shoved Rebecca, hard, sending her stumbling into Tom. Hey! Jake lunged forward, but I grabbed his arm. Don't! She wants you to. Monica's eyes were wild now. You're going to regret this. All of you. She stormed out, and I immediately pulled out my phone. Who are you calling? Jake asked. The police. She just assaulted Rebecca. Tom nodded. I saw it. I'll be a witness. So will I, said another friend. That was definitely assault. Officer Martinez arrived 20 minutes later. 2 other witnesses had already given statements by the time she got to me. Miss Chen, can you walk me through what happened? I explained everything. The parties, Monica's complaints, the confrontation. And she pushed Miss Rebecca Davis? Officer Martinez confirmed. Yes, multiple people saw it. Rebecca wasn't threatening her. Monica just lashed out. Officer Martinez nodded. We'll need to speak with Miss Reeves. Based on the witness statements, we'll likely file assault charges. Will that actually result in anything? Jake asked. It depends. But with this many witnesses and the threatening statements she made, yes, the DA will probably pursue it. 2 days later, Monica's lawyer called me. Miss Chen, I'm representing Monica Reeves. My client would like to extend an olive branch. I'm not interested. Please, just hear me out. Monica deeply regrets the incident. She's willing to drop any complaints against you and would appreciate if you'd ask the DA to drop the assault charge. No. Miss Chen, she assaulted my friend in front of witnesses after years of tormenting me. No amount of apologies or olive branches changes that. My client is willing to compensate Miss Davis for any medical expenses. This isn't about money. It's about accountability. Monica spent years making me feel powerless. Now she understands what that feels like. I hung up. The following week, Monica showed up at my door with flowers. Elise, please, I'm begging you. I'll move. I'll sell the house. Just ask them to drop the charges. No. I said I'm sorry. What more do you want? I don't want anything from you, Monica. That's the point. Your apology means nothing because you're only sorry you got caught. You're only sorry because you're facing consequences. That's not true. I genuinely feel terrible about everything. Do you remember Emily Santos? I asked suddenly. Monica blinked. Who? Exactly. She was another one of your victims. You don't even remember her name. That's how little it meant to you. I was just a kid. You were 17 when you graduated. Old enough to know better. And you never changed, never apologized, never made amends. You just moved on with your life while people like me and Emily dealt with the aftermath. Please, Elise, I'm begging you. The answer is no. I'm not dropping anything. You need to leave my property now. You're making a huge mistake. No, Monica, you made the mistake. Now you get to live with it. She left, and I closed the door. The assault charge stuck. Monica pleaded guilty and got probation, community service, and anger management classes. She put her house up for sale 2 weeks later. The day the sold sign went up, Rebecca came over for coffee. "How do you feel?" she asked. "Good," I said honestly. "Really good." She finally faced consequences for her actions, not just from high school, from what she did now. "You didn't just stand up to your bully," Rebecca said. "You beat her, legally, properly." Jake joined us, putting his arm around me. "I'm proud of you. You didn't sink to her level." "No," I agreed. "I rose above it. And I feel stronger for it." Tom knocked and poked his head in. "Hey, are we doing another reunion this weekend?" I laughed. "You know what? Yeah, let's celebrate properly this time." "Perfect. I'll bring the karaoke machine." As they planned the party, I looked out at Monica's empty house. For years, I'd carried the weight of what she'd done to me. Now, finally, I was free. She'd tried to apologize, tried to make amends, but only after facing consequences. That wasn't real remorse. Real change comes before you're caught, not after. I'd stood my ground, used my legal rights, and refused to let her victimize anyone else. And that felt better than any revenge fantasy ever could. Have you ever stood up to someone from your past? What would you do if your childhood bully became your neighbor? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about justice and personal growth.